the U.S. Constitution and the Declaration of Independence still apply? Because some people say that, oh, our society is so advanced, like we don't need those old documents. What would you say to that?
I think it still applies because I think there does need to be like some rules in place because otherwise there are a lot of people who I think would just go rogue.
Yeah.
So I think it really helps us like stay together and kind of stay like under control and like it helps us keep up our freedom and like be able to do the stuff that we love. So.
I feel like it's kind of like the roots of our country and like just like general rules to live by. So I feel like it's important that we keep those.
And it seems to have worked since 1776. Yep. So I think we should keep it.
100%. Right. It's just live by the laws. We have laws. Some countries don't have laws like we do. You just abide by the rules. Yeah, it makes a great country.
Do you believe that old documents like the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution are still applicable?
In many ways, yes, for the basics. But I think we need to adjust to times. And I'm not saying that we should change that, the actual document itself, but it is okay to come to new understandings.
I believe in pieces of it, but it has to change and be applicable to today.
Our society can't survive without the Constitution because we don't live in a democracy. We live in a constitutional republic. Constitutional, that's the Constitution. And our laws are interpreted by the Supreme Court, but those laws were codified by our founding fathers, and that's why we enjoy these freedoms.
I believe they still apply. I mean, everything can use some tweaking as time goes on because we all change as we get older. And I think it's more applicable to everybody. And if you feel that strongly, but it's old and out-fashioned, then go out and vote and, try to change it.
You look at ever since the Constitution was enacted in the United States, countries around the world have, copied it almost word for word. I mean, it's so inspirational and it gives us the right to think what we want, do what we want, and you just don't find that anywhere else in the world. No other constitution in the world has lasted as long as this one has, and we're very lucky.
In what ways has society changed, and how should we adjust our laws according to that?
Equality, it just things like that. Anything. The planet. We need to take care of our planet. And before, we never even thought about it. When I was a kid, that wasn't we didn't even think about that.
There are always unbelievers that want to move us away from the ideal of the Constitution. They want power. I think today you may see that in Washington where there's godless people, that they're interested in power. They're not interested in what the Constitution says, although they may claim that they are.
In your opinion, what do you think is the biggest issue that America's facing right now?
Our rights are important, but I think sometimes you also have the right to be quiet and to listen. And I don't think a lot of listening is going on. I think there's a lot of voices that are shouting to be heard over each other. And I think it would be important for us to take a breath and to sit down with calmness and discuss things and agree at the end of the discussion to disagree.
So no country is perfect, obviously, but what do you think is our biggest issue right now?
Kind of not, everyone's not really one. Everyone has disagreements and not kind of being like a country united. It's kind of separated into two, different groups.
So how would you go, if you had the power right now, how would you go about fixing that?
Oh, I don't know. I think I have no idea. It's such a complicated issue that I don't know. I've just always been a believer in just do unto people what you would want done to you or yourself or your family. You know what I mean? Just
the golden rule.
Respect. It's not hard.
I think one of the biggest issues that we're facing is the people that want to defund the police, because I feel like that's kind of how our country stays safe, and a lot of people kind of are trying to cause problems and violence by saying that, and I think that is a big issue.
I think it's a lot of the people who say they're not proud to be from America and kind of put the country down and try to put all the bad things ahead and see we are a really good country, and there's a lot of people who doubt that, so I think that's a big problem.
I think it's probably the division between people. Like, nobody can agree, and like even on small things, everyone just makes it political, and it's just wicked annoying.
Why do you think that some people believe that like the Constitution is outdated?
Have they ever read it?
That's a good question.
No, they haven't. So have them read it, and then they can ask them the same question.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure to comment down below what you think about our American heritage and the 4th of July.
It's not hard.
Until next time, I'm Sam Mealy with Turning Point USA on Cape Cod.